Hello, everybody. Welcome to 2C TV, your global news channel. I'm Maya Tusi, and the ongoing crisis in the Middle East, especially for the Islamic Republic of Iran nutters, is escalating over the last few minutes, over the last hour. We've now finally received the confirmation of the verdict coming from the IAEA, the atomic agency. The Iranian regime are in a huge trouble, and so they've decided to accelerate their plans to enrich uranium and reach nuclear weapons and capacity, and of course to also target the state of Israel. We are also waiting for the Israelis to now strike Iran. The Americans have been informed, the Europeans have also been informed. If you followed the last live stream we did late last night, about 10 hours ago, of course you were kind of up to date, but we're going to give you guys the latest.
So is getting a new card machine actually worth it? Great question. Let me break it down for you. So if you
ago, of course you were kind of up to date, but we're going to give you guys the latest on this. First, obviously reported on 2C.tv, our website, that the IAEA declared Iran that is in non-compliance with its nuclear safeguarding for the first time in 20 years. Now, if you want to obviously get all the updates on 2C TV, obviously go on 2C.tv, our website. You can also become a member of 2C TV Plus. Because it's my birthday week, we're giving you guys a special discount. 2C37 is the promo code. You will get 37% off annual memberships of 2C TV Plus. Go directly on 2C.tv. The link is also in the description of the video. And also download the 2C TV app. Now let's talk about the IAEA. 35 countries on the board of governors. They had a late meeting last night. The meeting was actually going on from the 9th of June. So between the 9th and now. They passed the resolution during this meeting, formally declaring Iran being in non-compliance, and essentially they've been lying about their nuclear program. Something that we already knew, we were just waiting for the IAEA to also confirm. For the first time in 2 decades, they've discovered, the UK, US, France, and Germany, that they have undeclared nuclear materials. They haven't obviously disclosed them. They've been discovered in multiple sites. Something that the Israelis have been trying to convince the West for a long time. They didn't listen, and it's finally happened. At the same time as the Americans, late last night, started ordering the US troops in the Middle East to be on standby, to be on maximum alert for the families, civilians, and non-essential personnel to leave. As a result, the Iranian regime have now reacted to the resolution from the IAEA, and guess what? They are effing around. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Islamic Republic of Iran have now announced 2 major nuclear steps. Number 1, opening a new enrichment site. They will begin operating a new uranium enrichment facility. Although the exact location will not be disclosed, this will be a secret facility. This obviously is to challenge the pressure coming from the international community. Now, what they're doing is they're doubling down. The whole point of this, President Trump negotiating with Iran, the IAEA, even back in the day, Obama, the whole point was.
All right, Shalom, Shalom, Kal Halal Yahweh, Bahasham Yahushai, Bahasham Rechaha Kodash. Double honor to the elder apostles of the great millstone GMS who rule well and who teach well. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Abaratazah. So, Father willing, this lesson is edifying. So, yeah, I just played that, this video right here, man. And we see that Bible prophecy is heating up, man. The situation, with Persia, the West, and the statehood of the JJs is not going the way that Donald Trump wants it, but we know how he gets down, all right? We're not ignorant to Satan's devices, all right, and his plans and his evil schemes, all right? On fair use. I'm not, making money off this individual's content at all. This is just for edification and educational purposes only, that's all right? But Donald Trump supposedly gave Persia an ultimatum, knowing damn well that he knew that, they won't agree to stop, all right, enriching uranium for, nuclear military bombs and missiles and stuff like that. So yeah, these devils know they wasn't going to agree. You know, they want to attack Persia, all right? And when the small hats, attack Iran, right? Persia will attack, all right? They will attack. So yeah, things are going down. Okay. See, so Persia's not budging, all right? Yeah, they did say something like no deal. You know, they're gonna continue to further their, their enrichment, in uranium. Okay, and there's a secret location where they conduct this. Right? We understand that Vladimir Putin is assisting Persia in constructing new missiles. Sorry, what? Constructing new nuclear sites is what I meant to say. All right. After all, they are allies. Okay. You see. So yeah. See, they even put these things in films, man. All right. Let's get the book of Revelation, chapter 16, and verse 12 in the New King James Version, and it reads, excuse me. Then the sixth angel poured out his bowl on the great river Euphrates, and its water was dried up, so that the way of the kings from the east might be prepared. Okay, so these Ishmaelites, right, which are the so-called Arabs, right, and the Persians, which are Elamites, are in that war spirit, man. Okay. See, we're not in a time of peace, we're in a time of war. All right. All right. So let's go from there to the book of Second Esdras, chapter 15, and verse 28. And it reads, behold, an horrible vision, and the appearance thereof from the east, where the nations of the dragons of Arabia shall come out with many chariots, and the multitude of them shall be carried as the wind upon earth, that all they which hear them may fear and tremble. Okay. Also the Carmanians, which are the Iranians, raging in wrath, shall go forth as the wild boars of the wood, and with great power shall they come and join battle with them, and shall waste a portion of the land of the Assyrians. 31. And then shall the dragons have the upper hand, remembering their nature. Yeah, when you go back to the book of Genesis, Ishmael, it mentions that, Ishmael is a wild man. Okay. Yeah, so they're remembering their nature, man. All right. And if they shall turn themselves, conspiring together in great power to persecute them, then these shall be troubled, bled, and keep silence through their power, and shall flee. And from the land of the Assyrians shall the enemy besiege them, and consume some of them. And in their host shall be fear and dread, and strife among their kings. 34. Behold, clouds from the east and from the north and to the south, and they are very horrible to look upon, full of wrath and storm. Yeah, that's the destruction, the mushroom clouds and the smoke of that nuclear, warfare, man. Once they hit each other. All right. You see? And that's the day of the Lord. All right. So yeah, see more of this.
Be transparent. They said that to Iran, and they were doing some secret missions. Now they're doubling down, saying, well, okay, then we are going to do more secret missions. So they're now going to be enriching uranium further, accelerating it very quickly. And they have already done massively anyway, so they won't take that much time. And they will not be disclosing the location of these places. So even if you hit some of the existing nuclear sites, it's not really going to affect it, according to Iran. The second step is upgrading centrifuges at the Fordo site. Now, Iran will be replacing the older generation, this is generation 1, IR1 centrifuges at the underground enrichment site. They're going to replace it with the advanced generation 6, IR6 centrifuges, which are significantly more efficient and capable of enriching uranium at a faster rate, reaching to nuclear weapon level. So it is extremely concerning what the Iranian regime are doing. Now, they claim this is self-defense. They are building a nuclear weapon for self-defense. Considering they are the ones who declared war on the West. They are the ones who declared war on Israel. They said we're going to wipe you out, wipe you off the map. But apparently, it's all self-defense. Now we just had a confirmation on the Iranian state TV that the Iranian Atomic Energy Organization spokesperson, Behruz Kamalvandi, he announced that we will open a third uranium enrichment site, and we will continue with our.
Yeah, so things are on the way, man. Things are really moving. All right, and I'll put the link to this, video on YouTube in the description box beneath. All right. So it's the book of Isaiah, chapter 54, verse 16, and it reads, "Behold, I have created the smith that bloweth the coals in the fire, and that bringeth forth an instrument for his work, and I have created the waster to destroy." We know E, so-called WHITEMAN, right? His blessing, is the sword, okay, which Isaac blessed him with, man. All right, ultimately, how about Shemel Shai? That's how we set it up. All right, and the Lord put the spirit on these nuclear scientists to develop, all these, nuclear missiles and stuff like that. You see, so yeah, these are nuclear arrows. We get a precept in the same prophet, same book of Prophet Isaiah, chapter 9 and verse 5, and it reads, "For every battle of the warriors with confused noise and garments rolled in blood, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire." Yeah, ancient wars are fought up close, bow and arrow, swords, helmet, shields. All right, cavalry, horse. People just slashing sword against each other, man. All right, and bloods were spilled that way. Okay, we see this Third World War, World War III, we fought with nuclear weapons. All right, intercontinental ballistic missiles, hypersonic missiles, and what have you. You name it. You see, and yeah, man. He loves war. All right, they love blood. That's what they're all about. You see. So yeah, Iran is doubling down. Nuclear bombs and stuff like that, man. You see. See, Amalek can strike Persia at any time now, any minute now. All right.
Mission, which is about nuclear weapons, is the right of the Islamic Republic of Iran, and we are not going to listen to anybody else anymore. So we are now, obviously it's very early in the United States, in Washington, but the interesting thing is when President Trump convenes his meeting in the morning with his cabinet and with the rest of the senior teams, the decision will come from the White House, what they want to do. But the Israelis have already decided, the Israelis have already said, we are now going to be attacking Iran imminently, any moment. Could be now, could be next 6 hours, could be tomorrow, could be the next day. Everybody is now on standby. The Americans are now mobilizing their troops again in the Middle East. They've also sent out massive statements to all the other Americans in the region. The first security alert comes from the State Department, and it relates to Israel. The State Department in the US said,
"If you've been wearing glasses more than 5 years, stop scrolling. We're looking for people in the
US said, due to the increased regional tensions, US government employees and their family members are restricted from traveling outside the greater Tel Aviv and Jerusalem and Berea and Sheva areas until further notice. So you're not allowed to leave these three areas if you are in Israel. Transit between these three areas, including to and from Ben Gurion Airport in Tel Aviv, is authorized. Transiting Route 1 to and from Allenby Bridge is also permitted. The U.S. Embassy reminds U.S. citizens of the continued...
Let's leave it there. We'll get the last scripture and close out. Revelation chapter 11 verse 14 reads, "The second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly." Yeah, World War I has passed, World War II has passed, right? And World War III. Okay, that's pretty much already started. It's just not gone, nuclear yet. Okay, and really between 1945 up until right now, that's not been that long of a period, for World War III to happen. All right, 1945 ain't really too long ago. All right, so this, from the time that we're in now. All right, but again, things are heating up, and it's exciting, for us believers, man. All right, so with that, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. Kal halal Yahweh Bashim Yashai Bashim Rakak Wadash Tam Yard. All right, shalom to the elect, as always. Lord willing, I'll catch you on the next show. Wa Mawath Lababal.